absolute fucking shit show. Shite. Terrible. Terrible show. Ladies and gentlemen, I, over the years, since, and I want to make a point here, I've been trying to be positive about this. In many reviews, I've been unbiased, and I haven't used my, knee-jerk emotions to review a pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day where I use my emotions to review a pay-per-view. Terrible. 2 out of 10. 2. That's right, I'm giving a rating straight away. This is awful. And the fact that people are actually praising this show is a disgrace. An absolute disgrace. You are telling me that that's a good pay-per-view? Hey guys, it's funny! John Laurinaitis. It wasn't funny. This was as funny as a fart in a funeral. This was not funny. Now, cinematic wrestling like The Undertaker and AJ Styles was good. You know what I seen, and I'm going to demonstrate to you. This is literally what we seen, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we seen for the entire Money in the Bank. Huh. 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 And then Johnny Laurie, or fucking Paul Heyman will pop out. Hey guys, I have food! Goddamn stupid mongoloids. See the wrestling community? You're all stupid idiots. I'm telling you, there are some people that generally have seen this pay-per-view for what it is, and you know what? I'm not holding back in this review anymore. I've tried to not get in any conflict or anything, and I have not really filled out my whole opinion because I'm afraid of offending people, and people turn and say, people are over negative all the time. Well, guess what? It's gonna be a negative review, because this pay-per-view sucked. It was terrible. The only good match was a fucking pre-show with Cesaro and Jeff Hardy. And I'm telling you right now, can we please, for the love of God, give Cesaro and Jeff Hardy some credit, because this match was actually better than all the rest of the matches on the pay-per-view. The fucking pre-show was better than all of this. And I'm gonna get to the Money in the Bank match, because I have a lot to say about it. But Jeff Hardy and Cesaro, give them opportunity. Someone give the belt to Jeff, because I'd rather him be world champion or US champion or Cesaro, whatever, because if the wrestlers actually put on effort, let's reward them. Not this stupid, fat, fucking James Ellsworth ripoff. Alzo, whatever you call him, that goddamn dwarf, alright? And this isn't a personal attack at him personally, but the character's terrible. I'm funny, guys. It's not funny. No one's laughing. I'm not laughing. And can I just say this? If you generally laughed at this guy's kind of humor, you're the types of people that watch The Big Bang Theory on repeat. Mongoloid morons. Positive review. Cesaro versus Jeff Hardy. Amazing. Generally like the match. If there was a crowd here, it would have got even more of a higher rating. Cesaro has been treated like absolute garbage, and Jeff Hardy is on his way, and I do want to see more of Jeff Hardy on WWE. If you're going to reward the guy for being in WWE, and if Jeff is really smart, he'll not go to AEW, alright? Because I think Jeff needs to prove to himself that he can stand on his own. Matt has done that. Matt can go to AEW because he's actually proved himself. I'm not saying Jeff Hardy hasn't, but I think Jeff needs this more than anything. And I think Jeff, for all intents and purposes, would be legit amazing if he just did his own thing. I'd rather see that. Anyway, moving on to what I like to call the fucking morons that sat in the doctor's office. The New Day, the Forgotten Sons versus the Lucha House Party and the Miz. You know what? I'm not even going to cut it. I need to get my e-cigarette. You know what? If they're not going to put any effort in, I'm not going to put any effort in. Absolute biggest pile of doo-doo I have ever seen in my life. Complete pile of absolute doo-doo. This was terrible. Alright, so this match in particular, they're just sitting there like they're in a doctor's office. They're just sitting there in a doctor's office, and they're just standing outside the ring. Huh. Fucking tags. Like, the only good spot was the John Morrison spot, which was fantastic, by the way. And that's another guy that needs... Get him away from the Miz. Just give John Morrison and put him in the mid-card. That's what I would do. Can we stop shoving these guys in tag teams constantly? I don't know what WWE's obsession is. Can we just have proper, good singles matches? That's what WWE are lacking. And at the end of the video, by the way, I'm going to talk about Vince McMahon, because I have a lot to say about that. This is going to be a good fucking video, I can feel it. Bobby Lashley versus RTruth. Garbage. Garbage. Just RTruth. And I like RTruth. I know it's the fun thing to say. If you're going to talk about funny, RTruth is actually genuinely funny. Like, you can tell he puts effort in his comedy. Not this Otis guy having a stroke. God damn it. Like, if you're going to do why don't you just give it to RTruth? And I know that's not the popular thing to say. I know everyone likes to bash RTruth constantly, but at least the guy puts in some effort. At least he puts effort in his comedy. It might not hit all the time, but at least give the guy somewhat of an opportunity. Because I tell you what, his comedic heel run was fantastic. All those years ago. Just saying. MVP with his Black Panther outfit looks corny as hell. Looks like an idiot. God damn it, terrible match. Android fucking 17 versus Tamina. Terrible. Awful. I didn't like it. You got Sasha Banks in the background. Just looks like crap. I don't like it. Now, I don't say she looks like crap, but you know what I mean. I just thought the match was terrible. Absolutely awful. I didn't like it. I'm sorry, and there's people, oh, this is actually a good match, I would say. Now, shut up, alright? Now it's time for someone to actually give a proper opinion, because I've seen some of the reviews on this, and I swear to God, I think half of these people are on crack cocaine. Who actually thought this pay-per-view was good? When did we, as a wrestling community, decide that this is okay? If we decide right now that this is okay, they are going to continue putting this out, and then whenever they do something worse, then you're all going to be up in arms and your fake stuff. And I kind of find it hilarious that you have the community that will call people out for raging for no goddamn reason, and then whenever something legit doesn't actually work out for them, and they legit don't, and then they rage, and when people actually praise it, then they criticize them as well. This community is filled with nothing but goddamn hypocrites. And I'm not talking about the immediate YWC. I'm talking about your walk cultures and your goddamn... You all know who I'm talking about. All these people that have these stupid videos that are going on for a goddamn hour with 100 goddamn ads. No wonder the community's in such a shit show as it is. Because you know why? No one likes wrestling anymore. I don't like it anymore. It's awful. Absolutely terrible. I should have been saying this from the get-go. And it's like, I just seen this pay-per-view, it just enraged me. I've never felt this amount of rage since Sting and Seth Rollins, and it all goes back to that pay-per-view from that. And I just want to talk about my personal, and it's my video, it's my channel, I'll talk about my own personal experience from wrestling right now, and I haven't actually said this to you guys publicly, but you all know yourselves, I can't really watch wrestling anymore, and do you know why I can't watch it? It's because of crap like this. Okay? This all started off with Sting versus Seth Rollins. After that match, that's when I started going down a level. I legit started going down a level from wrestling, and it's went down and down and down. And see my whole philosophy now, it's like that. I don't even think you can see it in the camera, nor do I fucking care. It's at that level. I legit am getting to the point where I'm actually hating professional wrestling to the point where I feel physically sick watching this. And the fact that people are praising this because they find it funny makes me sick too. I'm all for opinions, and if you like it, that's fine, but don't give me this bull crap that you think it's actually amazing. You don't, the reason why you're saying that is because the rest of these pro WWE fans, and this is a category that I haven't talked about, these pro WWE fans are like, man, you gotta stop being so negative about stuff. You know what, we're not negative enough. You give WWE an inch, they want a mile. Well, guess what, they're not getting an inch from me. Awful pay-per-view. What was I talking about? The fucking Android 17 of Bailey or whatever. I don't know. Who cares fucking about her? Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Awful. Terrible. Absolute big pile of dog doo-doo. Bray Wyatt didn't come out as the Fiend. It wasn't that great. Apparently, Braun Strowman had the mask. Apparently, he was going to turn to Bray Wyatt, which never was going to happen. Stevie Wonder seen that goddamn crap. And then Braun Strowman just turned on him and pinned him, and then you had the Muppet Show in the background, and now everyone's trying to dress up like the Bray Wyatt character and stuff. It's just annoying. It's so goddamn annoying. Everyone likes to play these videos. We're a friend. It's awful. It's terrible. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Like, I'm in the E-Fed world right now, and legit, like, I prefer doing E-Feds than reviewing wrestling. Because at least I can, I prefer it now. By the way, let's just plug my shit. I'm on SmackFed right now. That's why you guys haven't seen me for a while. Because I've had to actually walk away from this. It's just awful. Like, this pay-per-view enraged me so much. I got so goddamn angry watching this. And I know some people are thinking that I'm going to be harsh. And some people are going to say, well, Jerry, you're just being overly negative. No, you're not actually calling out them for their crap. Because if you think this is acceptable, then whenever they do something even worse, then you're gonna go, oh man, this wasn't that great, and then you criticize people for being overly negative and calling them out on it, and then whenever it actually initially happens where you have to call them out on it, then they just don't do it. Absolute mongoloids. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. It was okay. It was alright. Okay? Drew, I feel bad for him because he's a champion. There's nothing really he can really do. I didn't like the ending though. Like, Seth Rollins is supposed to be a bad guy. Is he turning face? I think they probably know the Messiah gimmick just isn't working and they're scrapping it, thank God. But overall, it was an okay match. People are like overly excited saying that this match was amazing. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't great. But I'm not going to bash it too much. It was one of the rare matches that was good. Alright, Money in the Bank match. What did Bleacher Report? You can go and suck my farts. Why are you giving this a grade A? Right, I'm going to talk about this. Number one, Asuka as Women's SmackDown Champion. Fantastic. I'm glad they didn't give it to, fucking double chin fucking Nia Jax, who I don't like. I'm glad they didn't reward her for, like, you know, putting women in danger and smashing their heads off the goddamn canvas. I'm glad they didn't give it to Nia Jax. I don't like Nia Jax, for anyone who doesn't know. I haven't really talked about it too much, but Nia Jax, I don't like. Carmella I actually do like. The girl that has the massive forehead, I don't know who she is. I'm sorry, I just don't like her either. Like, and you'll have these, like, guys that'll pretend to know about her and they'll pretend that she's amazing. She's not really. She just has a massive forehead. Asuka. I'm getting better at pronouncing her name. Alright? I like her. I do actually like her. And I'm glad that she won it. The women's match, in general, like, and I can't even, like, categorize the two of them because they were all in one. This is the problem with the whole thing. A cinematic wrestling, and this is the problem, the Undertaker AJ Styles thing worked. It worked because it had a story behind it. It wasn't Looney Tunes, alright? There's a reason why a lot of people didn't like John Cena and Bray Wyatt's one. What they essentially did, rather than taking from the Undertaker AJ Styles concept, is that they took from the John Cena Bray Wyatt thing and they put it in and they did it like, I will give him credit where credit is due. Doing it in the actual building is interesting, but all it was and this guy Otis, I want to rant on him. I hate him. Not the person, because that's really insane. The character, I cannot stand. Why do people find this man funny? He is not funny. He is as funny as a goddamn MasterCard. He is not that funny. I'm sorry, he's not. Why do people find this man funny? I generally thought it was a joke. He apparently won Money in the Bank. And a lot of people are like, I'm happy with that. Let's give him a chance. So, let me get this straight. You guys were okay. You guys were not fine with James Ellsworth winning Money in the Bank and James Ellsworth not winning the title, but you're okay for Otis to win it. And a lot of people might say, well, Jerry, it's just the Money in the Bank. That's my point. The Money in the Bank match has become a goddamn joke. The Money in the Bank was like a Royal Rumble. It was actually at that level. People were generally interested in Money in the Bank because it was good. The concept is legit amazing. So why are they treating this match as a joke now? This match legit was good. And I'm telling you now, can we please just scrap the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and put it on WrestleMania? I'ma say it. I'ma say it because no one else will say it. Money in the Bank, since they've done the Money in the Bank pay-per-views, it's been legit awful. I have not actually, like, Dolph Ziggler, and when Daniel Bryan won it, it made sense, okay? But they've slowly but surely went on the decline. And the Money in the Bank match actually generally meant something. It meant something. What this essentially means is that Otis is going to lose, or he's going to tag in for the tag team champs, or whatever the hell, and you've just wasted a year of a Money in the Bank. Like, it's supposed to be endearing. It's supposed to be Are they going to cash in? Are they not? I don't want this man cashing it in. I don't want this man winning the championship. I mean this when I say this. I will legit lose my goddamn shit if this troglodyte ends up winning the championship. Because if you're okay for him to win, but then you weren't happy for James Ellsworth to... These are the same people that wanted James Ellsworth to win the championship, and then they found out he was a massive sex offender. Which, it turns out he actually did. He was touching girls and stuff, and he got fired and stuff, so fuck him, alright? There was always something weird about him anyway. But Otis, in general, just is a complete... an utter waste of a character that I have no idea why they seem to like this man. Like, why is he okay, but James Ellsworth wasn't? Sexual assaults aside. Why? Please explain why. And a lot of the fans will say, well, Jerry, Otis is funny. Please give me an example of when he's been funny. Yes, a man going... and eating sandwiches and doing this. Looking like he's like having a stroke. That's not funny. That's not comedic. That is not funny. I'm sorry, but it's not funny. In my opinion, it's not funny. I've seen I'll just say it. My E-Fed was funnier than this crap. It was. I actually booked an actual, like, card thing, like a funny thing to do it, and it was way more funnier than this. Oh, yeah, well, Otis is funny, though, so I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. So what do you see? We'll see whenever, the next few weeks, whenever they've wasted this Money in the Bank, and you all start complaining. You're not allowed to complain anymore, because you actually were okay with this. I'm not okay with this. The fact this pay-per-view was put out is disgusting. It's a disgrace to professional wrestling, and it's a disgrace to comedy first and foremost. Why do people seem to think that having, like, look, why do people seem to think John Laurinaitis in a scooter and Paul Heyman eating food is funny? That's not funny. That's just, like, he's there. Like, what, like... These are... I can't even explain words, because I already know people are going like, oh, you're just being over negative, Jerry. Like, you're just being over negative. And look, I haven't been negative in a while. I've actually tried to maintain being neutral. But this just set me off. You know, some pay-per-views that just set you off. And I didn't want it to do that. And I did not want to make this video. But here I am, saying it, in my opinion, and why this is terrible. Because that's what this community's lacking. It's lacking honesty. honesty about the actual overall how we're viewing wrestling, because I'm being honest with you, the way WWE is heading right now, it's going down the crapper. Whether people like to admit it or not, whether the anti-smarks like to admit it or not, or whether the smarks like to admit it or not, I don't care. I'm not on either side. But what I will say is that the way WWE's getting on right now, they're in life support. And there's only one man and one man only to blame, and that's Vince McMahon. I haven't blamed him for quite some time because it is a bit kind of cringy when people blame Vince for left, right, and center. Like, Vince murders everyone. But the booking and the stature of the way wrestling has been going for the last 5, 6, 7 years, it's on him. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's time for him to go. I haven't talked about it because I haven't felt the right opportunity to do it, but this has been in the back of my head for quite some time, and I didn't want to sound like everyone else. I don't want to sound like everyone else saying fire Vince McMahon and all this here, right? But the difference is that once they fire Vince, Triple H probably won't take over. He's been demoted. I don't know if you know this or not, but he's been demoted because guess what? He couldn't even handle NXT. Hunter is not a leader. Stephanie most certainly is not a leader. So I'm saying it as it is. Can we please have Shane take over the WWE? I'd rather Shane in there than Stephanie and Triple H. I'm serious. I'm genuinely serious. I would rather Shane, because I actually was watching a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and some of Shane's ideas were legit amazing. Originally, he didn't want ECW. You know, when the PG ECW thing that they did? Originally, Shane didn't want that. He actually wanted it as an online streaming platform, and Vince just shut it down immediately. And then a few years later, he had the crappy network. And by the way, while we're on the subject, see this intro with WWE? Now, I'm not going to play it for copyright purposes, but do you remember the old intro where they go whoa, 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 like, and then it would have like a flash of the WWE thing, right? Now it has dun 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 dun. This isn't a trumpet. This isn't a goddamn parade. This is awful. Terrible. 2 out of 10. The lowest rating in 3 years, actually. Is it 3 years? I think I gave a Raw a 1. But it's very rare I give it a 2. I'm giving it a 2. Is it a bit... Am I pushing the boat giving this a 2? Like, am I deliberately giving it a low rating? Yeah, but you know why? Because I think some of the wrestling community need to turn around and say, you know what? This isn't okay. And I think the wrestling community have just been annulled on the whole thing, that they think that this is completely acceptable. Why is this acceptable, but James Ellsworth isn't? Please respond to me about that. Actually, no, don't, because I'm going to have idiots just making videos about me and everything else. I'm not responding to anyone, actually. I don't know why. You know what, I'll keep it in there, but I don't want people... You know they're going to do it anyway. Like, it's just... And YouTube's dead anyway. Like who the hell's on this anymore? WJ left, the Smartbusters left, I'm probably fucking leaving. Terrible goddamn website. Every time you upload a video, it gets demonetized every 2 seconds. That you can't be yourself in this community anymore. Like, I remember this community generally meant something where people would state their opinion without fear or anything else, and they would just call it out like it is. But see, lately now, everyone's become a goddamn sheep with their just goddamn stupid opinions, trying to be overly positive. It's like, you know what it is? This is what wrestling fans are. They're doing this, right? They're smiling like this, but they're really dying inside. That's how wrestling fans are. Idiots. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. I don't give a fuck. Suck my ass.